And I would watch comedians ripping Christianity apart, shredding the cross, laughing about God, just mocking Christianity. I remember sitting there going, one day I am going to be on that stage and I am going to lift up the name of Jesus.
Mark, I had the privilege of seeing you perform at my church. My husband and I were absolutely in stitches, but I won't give too much away about who you are and what you do. Tell the audience who you are and what you do.
So my name's Mark Ritchie. I'm Scottish, but I live in England. I'm married to an English lady, so that's cool. And what I do is I do comedy one-man shows that are a lot of fun, very engaging, exactly what you would imagine, a lot of humor and interaction with the crowd. But then I weave the gospel message in through the show. And actually then near the end, I get the opportunity to actually put the challenge out there. We're seeing wonderful things happen where people are just coming and they're just absolutely laughing and all the barriers are going down. And then they are absolutely responding to the love of God. So it is powerful. It's going well.
Tell us about your testimony.
What happened is I like running, and I basically had been out running in the morning, and then suddenly I realized I was in a bit of difficulty and called to the doctor, and ended up going from being absolutely fine to suddenly having all these tests in the doctors, and then the doctor sitting me down and saying, we want to be totally transparent with you, but we think, you've got cancer and all this stuff. And it was just this really absolutely powerful moment where it was oh, I could meet God really soon. And at first, when I was thinking about putting this comedy show together, I was like, we can't really put that in. That is, that is strong and powerful material. But the thing about humor and comedy is everybody kind of just relaxes and they let their guards down, and you're actually able to get some really powerful truth in there. And I was just able to kind of talk about hey, am I ready to meet God? I actually, has some distance come between God and me? And the crowds, they really are impacted by that. So I think laughter is like fizzy holiness. And I think that it is a great little kind of vehicle to get the message of the cross right out there and see people transformed. Yeah.
Do you think that we need to find more creative ways to do that?
Yeah, I really do. I tell people that I do my stuff at the Edinburgh Fringe, which is the biggest comedy festival in the world. And a lot of people ask me, why are you doing that? You're a preacher, you're trying to get the gospel out there. And I always say this is that, and when I was 15, 16, I used to go up as a young guy and I would watch comedians ripping Christianity apart, shredding the cross, laughing about God, just mocking Christianity. And as a young man, I remember sitting there and I honestly can remember going, one day I am going to be on that stage and I am going to lift up the name of Jesus. I'm going to lift his name up. And, I am so excited to say that the last 10 years, I've taken the cross and put it right in the center of that festival. And my commitment is I want to take the cross to the most unlikely places, to the places where people are we did not expect that message in this moment. And, so I'm getting the chance to do my comedy in nightclubs and theaters and universities and pubs, all these different settings. And I'm let's do it, but let's also be innovative and creative in a way that kind of helps people receive quite a powerful message, but we can package it in a way that wow, they just open up, and it's so wonderful to see people laughing, letting the defenses down, and then we get the message in there. It's great.
Incredible. Tell people at home how they can get hold of you, how they can book you, and when the Edinburgh Fringe is on.
So markritchie.com, so that's Ritchie as in Ritchie, and that's my website, and you can get on there and you can get tickets. I'm doing the Edinburgh Festival 4th of August through to the 9th of August. My show is called Mark Ritchie, He Just Can't Help Himself, and we're going to have a lot of laughs, but like there's going to be a great message out there. And yeah, if people want to book me, I also do preaching. I can't help myself. I have to bring laughter into my preaching. So even in my my sermons, I'm making people laugh. If people would like to book me, again, they can go on there, markritchie.com, and you can book me up, and that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. And I would absolutely endorse anybody to come and see you, whether that's them by themselves, with their family, or bring along a non-Christian friend. We wish you all the best as you continue to go out and proclaim the gospel in incredible ways.
Visit cbn.uk to learn more and be part of the impact.